Aaron Charles Donald is an American football defensive tackle for the Los Angeles Rams of the National Football League. He played college football at Pittsburgh, where he received unanimous All-American honors, and was selected by the Rams in the first round of the 2014 NFL Draft. Regarded as one of the greatest defensive players of all time, he has received a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, Pro Bowl selections in all 8 of his seasons, and 7 first-team All-Pro honors. Donald was also a member of the team that won Super Bowl LVI. The longest tenured player currently on the Rams roster, Donald is one of 2 players remaining who was with the team in St. Louis prior to moving to Los Angeles in 2016. Early life. A native of Pittsburgh, Donald grew up as one of 3 children in a working-class family in the city's Lincoln-Leamington-Belmar neighborhood. His father introduced him to workouts, seeking to provide more structure in his son's life. Donald himself would later admit that he was lazy as a kid. By age 12, he and his father woke up at 4:30 a.m. and worked out for nearly 2 hours in the basement gym that his father installed in the family home. Donald attended Penn Hills High School, where he played high school football for head coach Ron Graham. He was selected first-team All-State Class AAA in each of his final 2 seasons, and compiled 63 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and 11 sacks as a senior. Donald also started at offensive guard. Considered a 3-star prospect by Rivals.com, he was rated as the 37th best defensive tackle in the nation. He committed to hometown Pittsburgh over other scholarship offers from Toledo, Akron, and Rutgers. College career. As a true freshman, Donald played in all 13 games as a reserve defensive end for Pitt. He recorded 11 tackles, including 3 for loss, and 2 sacks. In 2011, as a sophomore, Donald moved into the starting lineup, and turned in a breakout campaign. He recorded 47 tackles, including 16 for loss, 11 sacks and 1 forced fumble, and was named a second-team All-Big East selection. As a junior, he recorded 64 tackles, including 18.5 for loss, 5.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble, earning first-team All-Big East honors. In his senior season, he became one of the most productive defensive players in the entire NCAA. He posted 59 tackles, including a career-best 28.5 for loss, 11 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. He was named the ACC Defensive Player of the Year and was a unanimous All-American. Statistics. Awards and honors. Lombardi Award, Bronco Nagurski Trophy, Chuck Bednarik Award, Outland Trophy. Professional career. At the NFL Combine, Donald set the record for fastest 40-yard dash time for a defensive tackle with a 4.68. The record was previously held by Tank Johnson, who ran a 4.69 in 2004. He drew comparisons to John Randall afterwards. Donald was drafted by the St. Louis Rams in the first round with the 13th overall pick of the 2014 NFL Draft. 2014 season. On June 16, 2014, the Rams signed Donald to a 4-year, fully guaranteed $10.13 million rookie contract. The contract also included a $5.69 million signing bonus and a 5th-year option. On September 7, 2014, Donald made his regular season debut against the Minnesota Vikings and finished the 34-6 loss with 4 tackles. The following week, he recorded 3 tackles and his first NFL sack during a 1917 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On October 13, 2014, he was given his first career start against the San Francisco 49ers and finished the game with 4 solo tackles. After recording 47 tackles, 9 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles, Donald was one of 5 rookies selected to the 2015 Pro Bowl. Donald won the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year award and was named to the NFL All-Rookie Team. 2015 season. In 2015, Donald began the season as a starting defensive tackle. During the season opener against the Seattle Seahawks, he finished with 9 total tackles and 2 sacks, helping the Rams win 34-31 in overtime. He was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week for the first time in his NFL career for his performance. On December 13, 2015, Donald made 5 tackles and a career-high 3 sacks against the Detroit Lions in Week 14. He earned his second NFC Defensive Player of the Week award in 2015 after his performance against the Lions. Donald started all 16 games, ending the season with 69 tackles, 11 sacks, a pass defended, and a fumble recovery. He earned a first-team All-Pro selection for the first time in his NFL career. He was a Pro Bowl selection for the second consecutive season. He was also ranked 14th by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2016. 2016 season. On September 12, 2016, Donald was ejected for making illegal contact with a referee in a 28-0 shutout road loss to the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. 4 days later, he was fined $21,269 for unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct. During a Week 4 17-13 victory over the Arizona Cardinals, Donald had 1.5 sacks, 5 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 5 quarterback hits, and a forced fumble. He earned NFC Defensive Player of the Week for the 3rd time in his career after his performance against the Cardinals. On October 21, 2016, he was fined $18,231 for an unsportsmanlike conduct after committing the penalty during a game against the Detroit Lions. Donald was named to his 3rd straight Pro Bowl and his 2nd first-team All-Pro. Donald was also ranked 15th on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2017. 2017 season. On April 12, 2017, the Rams exercised the 5th-year option on Donald's contract. He did not report to training camp and preseason due to a contract extension dispute. He accumulated about $1.4 million in fines due to his non-participation, and each game that he missed cost him 1 game check from his base salary of $1.8 million. On September 9, 2017, Donald reported to the Rams and passed his physical. However, he did not play in the season opener against the Indianapolis Colts the next day, which the Rams won 46-9. Donald made his season debut against the Washington Redskins and recorded 2 tackles in the 27-20 loss. In the next game against the San Francisco 49ers, he recorded 3 tackles and sacked Brian Hoyer in the 4th quarter to seal a 41-39 road victory for the Rams. From weeks 6 to 9, Donald recorded a sack in each game and had a forced fumble in 3 of them. During a Week 15 42-7 road victory over the Seattle Seahawks, he recorded 5 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. On December 19, 2017, Donald was named to his 4th straight Pro Bowl. He was also later named a first-team All-Pro for the 3rd time. Donald finished the 2017 season with 41 tackles, 11 sacks, and a career-high 5 forced fumbles. After a stellar 2017 season, Donald was named the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He was ranked number 7 by his peers on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2018. 2018 season. On August 31, 2018, after holding out all off-season, Donald signed a 6-year, $135 million contract extension with $87 million guaranteed. The deal made him the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history, until Khalil Mack signed a $141 million contract with the Chicago Bears the next day after being traded from the Oakland Raiders. During Week 7 against the San Francisco 49 ers, Donald finished with 4 sacks on quarterback C.J. Beathard, along with 9 tackles, 6 for a loss, and 5 quarterback hits in a 39-10 road victory, earning him NFC Defensive Player of the Week for the 4th time in his career. Donald was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Month for the month of October after recording 8 sacks, 17 tackles, and a forced fumble. In Week 16, Donald recorded 7 tackles and 3 sacks in a 31-9 victory over the Arizona Cardinals, earning him his 5th NFC Defensive Player of the Week. His 3 sacks brought his season total to 19.5, which broke the record for most sacks in a season by a defensive tackle, previously held by Keith Millard with 18.0. Donald added another sack in Week 17 against the 49 ers and finished the season with a league-leading 20.5 sacks. Donald was named NFC Defensive Player of the Month for December, his second such award in the season. Donald was named to the Pro Bowl for his 2018 season. On January 4, 2019, Donald was named to the AP All-Pro First Team, being the only unanimous selection. On February 2, 2019, Donald was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year for the second consecutive season, joining Lawrence Taylor and J.J. Watt as the only players who have won the award in consecutive seasons. Donald helped the Rams defeat the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round and the New Orleans Saints in the NFC Championship to reach the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl LII, Donald recorded 5 tackles, but the Rams lost by a score of 13-3 to the New England Patriots, with the Patriots' offensive linemen double-teaming Donald in order to neutralize his effectiveness, which was cited as a key factor in the result. He was ranked as the best player in the NFL by his peers on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2019 season. During Week 3 against the Cleveland Browns, Donald recorded his first sack of the season on Baker Mayfield in the 2013 road victory. However, 6 days after the game, he was fined $21,056 for a roughing the passer hit on Mayfield. 3 weeks later against the San Francisco 49 ers, Donald sacked Jimmy Garoppolo twice in the 27 loss. In the next game against the Atlanta Falcons, Donald recorded a strip sack on Matt Ryan and recovered the football in the 37-10 road victory. During Week 11 against the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Football, Donald recorded 2 sacks, 4 tackles, and a pass defensed in a 17-7 victory, earning NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors. During Week 16 against the 49 ers, he sacked Garoppolo 1.5 times during a 34-31 road loss. Donald was selected for the 2020 Pro Bowl after finishing the 2019 season with 48 tackles, 12.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery in 16 games and starts. He earned first-team All-Pro honors. He was ranked 3rd by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020 season. In the season opener against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, Donald recorded his first sack of the season on Dak Prescott during the 2017 win. 2 weeks later against the Buffalo Bills, he recorded 2 sacks on Josh Allen, one of which was a strip sack that he later recovered during the 35-32 road loss. During Week 5 against the Washington Football Team, Donald recorded 4 sacks during the 30-10 road victory. He was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance. 3 weeks later against the Miami Dolphins, Donald recorded a strip sack on rookie quarterback Tua Tagovailoa on Tagovailoa's first career passing attempt during the 28-17 road loss. In Week 12 against the San Francisco 49ers, Donald recorded a sack on Nick Mullins and forced a fumble on running back Raheem Mostert that was recovered and returned by teammate Troy Hill for a touchdown during the 23-20 loss. Donald was selected for the 2021 Pro Bowl. He earned first-team All-Pro honors. In the wild-card round of the playoffs against the Seattle Seahawks, Donald sacked Russell Wilson twice during the 30-20 win. On February 6, 2021, Donald was named 2020 NFL Defensive Player of the Year for the third time in 4 years. He was ranked second by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2021 season. In Week 12, against the Green Bay Packers, Donald choked offensive lineman Lucas Patrick. He was fined $10,300 for his behavior. 2 weeks later, Donald had 3 sacks, 5 tackles, 3 for a loss, and a pass deflection in a 30-23 road victory over the Arizona Cardinals, earning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He earned NFC Defensive Player of the Month for December. Donald earned a Pro Bowl nomination and first-team All-Pro honors. Similar to what happened in Week 12, Donald choked DJ Humphries in the wild-card round against the Cardinals and threw a punch. The Rams won the game 34-11 to advance to the divisional round, where they defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30-27. In the NFC Championship, his pressure of 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo led to a game-sealing interception as the Rams won their second NFC Championship in 4 seasons, by a score of 20-17. In Super Bowl LVI against the Cincinnati Bengals, Donald had 2 sacks and 3 quarterback hits, including the game-sealing pressure play on 4th and 1 with less than a minute remaining that resulted in an incompletion and the 23-20 win. He was ranked second by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2022 season. On June 7, 2022, the Rams announced they had renegotiated Donald's existing contract extension that was signed in 2018. The deal, which added $40 million over the last 3 years of the original 6-year, $135 million deal, makes Donald the first non-quarterback to average more than $30 million per season. NFL career statistics. Regular season. Postseason. Awards and highlights. NFL Super Bowl champion. 3 times AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year. 2 times Sporting News NFL Player of the Year award. 5 times Pro Football Focus Defensive Player of the Year. 4 times Kansas City Committee of 101 NFC Defensive Player of the Year. 2 times PFWA NFL Defensive Player of the Year. NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. 7 times First Team All-Pro selection. 8 times Pro Bowl selection. Deacon Jones Award. PFWA All-Rookie Team. NFL 2010s All-Decade Team. Sporting News 2010s All-Decade Team. Ranked number 92 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2015. Ranked number 14 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2016. Ranked number 15 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2017. Ranked number 7 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2018. Ranked number 1 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2019. Ranked number 3 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020. Ranked number 2 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2021. Ranked number 2 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2022. 3 times NFC Defensive Player of the Month. 8 times NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Pro Football Hall of Fame All-Decade Team, 2010s.